In this video, you're going to learn the part about AI search that no one really talks about. And it might be the most powerful part of it all. It's not your website. It's what other people and other websites say about you. By the end of this, you're going to understand why this is so important and why AI decides who it's going to show. And of course, this is all about AI search. So hi, I'm Tonia Ryan. I help businesses get found on AI search, and I also help them with press, media, social media strategy, and so much more. But today we're talking about how you can be found in AI search and how I can help make sure that you're being found. And there's a lot of cool different ways that they pull this information. It's how reviews, Reddit, and other websites are saying about you and your business. And I can help walk you through this so you can understand all of it really clearly. So here's how it goes. AI is really focusing on reviews a lot. And I know that can be scary for a lot of us because we're like, oh my gosh, I had this rogue customer and they went crazy and wrote all these terrible things about me. And that's awful when that happens. But there's a lot of things that we can do to make sure that that doesn't mess you up when it comes to AI. Because AI doesn't just read your website, it's reading trusted authority websites like Reddit. Have you ever had one of those terrible Reddit threads? Those are awful, right? I've had clients that have had those before that have came to me literally in tears. They're like, what am I supposed to do? This person is writing all these terrible things, and then it starts to compound and there's another rogue customer underneath there, and on and on. We've seen it happen a million times. Of course, you think that this could be the end of everything, and it is not great when that happens. If there's a lot of positive information out there about you, it can help push down a lot of that negative information that's being said. Here's an example from my show, Fix Your Search. The business owner, Stephanie, she owns an amazing salon in Huntington Beach, right on Main Street, and she has a lot of stylists that work for her. So when we talk about reviews and we talk about having people talk about you more, I was explaining to her how important it is that all of her stylists are showing themselves online so that this way she'll be found so much easier on AI and also on regular Google search. So people want to come into her amazing salon and see how great she is. So check this out. We want to think of ways, so since you do have all of these new staff members, how we can get brand visibility for your staff, but also of course for you, but then your full brand, which is your salon. And then we're going to talk about other things that you have been working on as well. But I like to get a really good grasp of what your long-term goals are. Are we looking at, I know when you're brand new, sometimes you're just trying to get through the first year, right? You're like, okay, I gotta wear all these different hats. But I want to think about where you want to be in 5 years. Now, when we're talking about AI, it jumbles a paragraph together, right, about you. If you have enough press that's trusted, it can help get rid of a lot of those terrible reviews that are out there. But you want to make sure that you are responding and you're responding properly, because that actually, when you do that, it can help you so much because people can see, they know everyone's not perfect. And a lot of us know that someone just got maybe mad about something for whatever reason, and maybe it's not valid. But you still want to make sure that you're responding to that and you're doing it in the right way, and that there's enough trusted media sources out there so that AI isn't just pulling all this negative, because it totally depends upon what question your potential customer is asking. And that's what defines what the answer is going to be. Old search engines, just, SEO would look at just what was coming up online. And sometimes for a while, those Reddit threads were right at the top. Well, now there's actually a section on Google and it shows forums, which helps because it's pushed all of those to the side when people are just Googling your name without using the AI version. But anymore, that's not the case, because when someone's typing your name in, even on Google, there's an AI mode and it's compiling information together. And if there's praise again and again, that's great because it's showing all of that information. If there's negative, sometimes it's just starting to show the negative first. So we need to make sure there's enough positive out there about you from trusted websites, so that's not all that the new or potential customer is seeing. And this completely changes what reviews look like or what they used to look like. A business with 12 reviews from a year ago or so doesn't give AI a lot to work with. It loves fresh new content, and Google loves that too, because then they know you're an established business, you're still open, you're alive, you're human. You want to make sure that you are showing the world daily, especially with social media, that you're out there. Because when AI is quoting, okay, and I call this a quote because it's quoting information about you, you want to make sure that it has new, fresh content so that it's not giving this old content that literally is confusing it. You want new, fresh content, and it's even grabbing content on social media. And here's the tip that most people miss. Like if there's just a vague review, I'm sure you've seen it before. There's like 5 stars and no one even wrote anything about it. Well, most of us think that it's fake. Then that's a fake review because the customer didn't write anything. And when you respond to people, you could say things like, oh, people, say thank you so much if someone has a good, positive something about you, and you want to do something that gets them to keep coming back. And I always tell my clients, when you have a positive review, start a conversation with the person who took their time to write a positive review. Because think about this, why wouldn't you could say thank you so much for writing what you did about me, but also tell me why you kept coming back. Or ask them, what made you keep coming back to my business? Or are you coming back soon? We have specials coming up. Start a conversation because that's even so much better. And it shows your potential customers how much you care about your customers. And they're like, wow, this owner or this business, this corporation, they really care about us. You could say what stood out about the service, whatever it is, because it's so important. And then it's going to get cited more in AI and it's going to show more information about you and how much you care about your customers. And those are the things that AI values the most. And this is the last tip. And I said it earlier, but I want to remind you, reply to your reviews. It's one of the most important things. When AI is choosing information, it's looking for fresh content the same way Google does. It's looking for customer reviews, and it wants to make sure that you are a real trusted business. When you're doing all 3 of those things together, when you are replying to a review, it does all 3 of those things. And you don't want to miss out on this. This is one of the biggest tips I can give you. And it's going to help you so much with AI search and help you get more sales and keep converting and keep that customer coming back over and over. And real quick, we're going to talk about Reddit again. Reddit is something that it depends upon what it is. If you have any questions, I've seen some really wild forums that are, and threads that it depends upon what it is. And there's a certain way to respond to them. So if you would like, my information is below. My email is there, and I'd love to just do a free audit for you and go over your Reddit so I can see what's out there and give you my recommendations on how you should respond. Because you have to be careful, because if you respond the wrong way, or if you have other people respond for you and it looks spammy, then Reddit actually will just delete it, or they can even block you, which is terrible. You want to make sure that you're adding value to whatever you're doing on there. There's a whole strategy we have to go through, and I'm going to do a full video dedicated to what you should be doing when it comes to Reddit. But right now, I want you to concentrate on your reviews. Outside sources look like the safe choice to AI, also reviews and press and media. And if you don't know how to get press and media, I'd love to do that for you. That's what I do for all of my clients, and it helps you get found in AI search. Again, my information's below. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. I'd love to help you and teach you so much more. So your homework right now before you leave is to go through and look at your reviews. Go to Yelp, go to Google reviews, go all around. See what's out there. I want you to start responding to them. If you don't have time to do that, or you don't want to do that, I always recommend someone getting a dedicated employee, or that's something that we do as well when we're doing press and media for our clients. We can do that as an add-on where we help write the reviews for you so that you're answering everything right and it's getting picked up in Google search properly. So you can go in the description below. There's my email down there. I'd love to help you out. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.